I like it. First I want to apologize. This is a late video and it's been really cold this week that passed, and we got electric heat in the house. So I've been running our wood burning stove to heat up the house, and it's not a regular kind of wood burning stove that you can put a lot of logs in and it burns all day. The one we have, it burns for a couple of hours and then you have to put more wood in it. It's not very efficient. It's supposed to be on 11 kilowatt, but so anyway, I've been concentrating on keeping the fire going, heat up the house, and so far I got the electric bill down 1,000 crown. It was estimated, I was estimated to have 10,000 crown in an electric bill for December, but I've been burning the stove, so I got it down 1,000 crown so far, and I'm gonna burn it the whole until the end of the month, so hopefully the bill goes down even more. It's tough paying 10,000 crown in an electric bill when you're unemployed. But anyway, this video is gonna be about the torque mounts, upper and lower. I'll show you. So this is the upper one, and there's one down there in the dark. So this video is gonna be about how I'm making I'm replacing the bushings and I'm making a mount on the firewall. So here we go. Okay, I put my head camera on. So where do we start? Let's start with the big stuff. Put this away because it's painted. Don't scratch it. Okay. So the big one is here. Let's do some silicone. Gonna get a rag. A rag to wipe my fingers. Put this in here. Oh, that was... There we go.
Music license.
Yummy. Let's do the other side. Okay, let's try something new here. I went and got some 2 pieces of wood. You could use 3 hands for this. Got some dirt there. Let's see if this is any better. That's about in the middle. unauthorized.
Music licensing reimagined.
There we go. That was easier. Get rid of this silicone. We gotta get this one inside.
Music licensing reimagined.
So, put some silicone on it. Yeah, well, it's even on both sides. So that's top piece done. Does this fit over here? It does. It's tight. Here they rub against here. So maybe I should trim it a little bit. We'll see. I can do that later before I paint it. That's one down. So let's do this one. These you can push in by hand. So let's grease them up.
Artlist.io.
On the other side. So before I put the centerpiece in, let's see if it fits in this one.
Music licensing reimagined.
Like so. Cool. So let's put this one in here.
Artlist.io.
So I'm checking the distance here
Licensing reimagined.
and compare them on both sides. And the distance is the same. Then it's in the middle. It's centered. That's it. So question is,
Artlist.io.
that's it. I just gotta find the bolt for that one. I don't know where it is. So let's do the painted one. Put this aside here.
Reimagined.
and it's not the cleanest one, but it's good enough. Better than the metal bench. You can see here that this big mount, it was broken. I didn't break it, it was broken like this from the 850 when I bought the car. That's that one. This one, it doesn't have an outer sleeve. That's on this lower one. I thought it had an outer sleeve, so I made some cut marks here, but I don't think it's gonna make a difference because this mount, it doesn't move up and down like this. It only goes this way. So anyway, this one didn't have an outer sleeve. So I pushed this out first. I drilled around the rubber and pushed this one out. And what was left in here, I burned it off. That was quick and easy. Just burn it, and you get it basically almost clean inside. And this is for the other piece, this one. And it's got kind of a plastic sleeve surrounding it. This one too. It looks like some kind of plastic, fiberglass or something. It's not metal. Can check. No. No metal. So, which one do we start with? This is pretty neat. I'll show you guys.
Artlist.io.
These are tapered because this one is tapered too. So you put the thin side here of the tapering that way, and that way
Music
it makes it
reimagined.
even like this. So that's pretty cool. So let's grease them up and squeeze them in there. I think this one is pretty much dried out now. Let's see if I can get any more out of it. Oh yeah.
Artlist.io.
What I didn't like with this one, I'll show you guys. See, that's the thinnest part. And it goes there. This goes in very easily.
Music
It's almost
licensing
like it's a little bit
reimagined.
play in there. Yeah, I didn't like that. I kind of wanted a more of a press fit. Same, this one too.
Artlist.io.
I didn't have to put it in the vise to get it in there. But I have to live with that. Or maybe it's supposed to be loose so you can adjust these
Licensing reimagined.
to the right angle. I don't know. Okay. Let's put this one on there.
Artlist.io. Music
I don't
licensing
think it's gotta be
reimagined.
pretty. Yeah, do it from this side. That's one bolt. And ooh, I put it upside down. I was thinking wrong there. This one goes this way on the car, and I want this one down below.
Music licensing.
And this one, this pin here, it goes on the transmission. So this one sits like this, and the transmission is here, and the engine is here. So this one goes in this way.
Artlist.io.
Look at this pet PV that the bolts have to be, bolts and nuts have to be in the same direction. But there it is. That's the finished results of this mount. And the other one is up there. So let me put this, I'm going to put this on the car. And then we're going to put the other one. We're going to put this one on the car too, and on the engine.
Artlist.io.
And then we can see where we can start making a bracket for this one. I also got to find that bolt. Ooh. Okay, I'll get back to you guys. Like so, now I've been modifying this one so it doesn't, so something like this. I'm kind of happy with this, and it's not too difficult to fabricate. The only thing I'm concerned about now is the bump on the firewall. Let's see. Oh, I can't get this off with one hand. Damn it. I gotta put you guys down a little bit. Like so. So if I remove this one, see, here is a bump in the firewall. So if I put an angle iron down here, it's gonna be laying on this bump. These holes are not used for anything. This one is the throttle cable, so I gotta keep that. But these two, and I think this one is not, I'm not gonna have to use them. This might have been something for the 460, I'm not sure, but these two were plugged, so they're not used. But what I do with this bump, should I cut it out and replace it with a piece of sheet metal? I gotta think about this. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do about it. Okay, so I'm back. A new day, whatever. So here's my plan. See, I got a angle iron in there, and it comes up on this side. So you weld it in here, and you weld it up here against the extension of the firewall. All welded up, and weld it on the outside too. And what I did with this that I had to think about, I just cut an opening like this, and then I fill this out from the inside when I get the car back on the rotisserie. I thought that was the easiest way to do it. So the piece of wood here is just to hold that angle iron in place while I put a spot weld in the back here. But then we have this mount here, and this is gonna be this way. So I made this. So this one goes on here, and then I weld this one to the angle iron after I put the mount in the car. That way I get it exactly right, because it has to be, this one has to be in a little bit of an angle up. So tighten it on this one and weld it on the angle iron. But first I gotta put a spot on the angle iron so it stays in place where I want it when I do this one. So let me rig up the welder and the camera and I'll show you. Okay, let's do a spot here so it stays in place. Think that's gonna hold? Oops. Let's see if I take this away now. Yes, it did. So let's do this one then. Got a couple of nuts to put on this one. So now I'm going to try to get this one in here. Like so. And then I'm just going to tighten this one to where I want. Man, this is 13 and this is like 16. Why can't they have just the same size? Let's see. Is it 15? That's an odd size if it is. Yo, incredible. 15 on a nut. You don't see that every day. There. There's where I would like to have it. Like so. See what it looks like. Yeah, that's gonna work. Let's spot that one, and then we're gonna spot this one there. Then we can cut the previous spot we did up here, take it all out and finish welding it on the bench. Oh, I hope that's enough. Let's take this off, put it on the bench. I have to try and see if I can get this off. If I should need to, and also put it back on when I'm finishing up the car. See if it's enough with those two. Yeah, perfect. So let me cut off these spots and we get that on the bench and weld it. Okay, I'll do some spots in the back here. Main reason to so I can clean up the ugly welds on the other side, and also so it doesn't bend in either direction when I weld on the other side. So helmet, gloves, and let's turn on the welder. There we go. Like so. Do one in the middle on this side, so when I grind these off it won't go anywhere. So I'll turn off the camera while I clean this up. Okay, let's do this now.
Music licensing reimagined.
Like so. So this top side, I'm gonna grind it down so it looks pretty, because it's also on the other side. This one I'm gonna leave like it is, but we gotta put some gussets to strengthen it up a little bit. It might be okay, but I'm gonna do 3 gussets anyway, just in case. Okay, so I want some reinforcement here. I thought about 3 of them. One here on the outside on each side and one in the middle. And I'm gonna plan on using from this. So it's gonna be like a triangle. So we gotta figure out the angle on this one. And I think I'm gonna do it like this. Let's see. Put it way out here so you can see anything. And let's cut this first. It's easier to handle it when it's smaller. So my idea was just to put it like this and make a mark with the marker and then cut it out after that. Let's try that.
Music licensing reimagined.
See if it works. Let's start over then, because I forgot to turn on the camera again. So I've done 3 of these. Then I started to welding in place, and then I look at the camera and I hadn't turned it on. So, but let's see if you can see anything now. The camera is on now i alla fall. I can see it up there. It says REC recording. Oi! Sandan. So that's one. Let's do the next one.
Artlist.io.
So that's 2. This one I need to
Music
cut
licensing reimagined.
a little bit. So
Artlist.io.
I don't want this to get too hot.
Music licensing reimagined.
Like so. I'll let this cool off a little bit and just clean it up with the die grinder. So this is how it turned out. I'm pretty happy with it. And you got the reinforcement on the back side. I'm pretty sure this is strong enough. It's not gonna, and because it's an angle, it's gonna transfer the load from the engine on the two sides. I think this is strong enough. Maybe this is overkill, but I don't know. It's better than too weak when it's all put together. So let's put this in here. And weld it in place. No. I gotta do some cleaning first. So I'm gonna put you guys on hold while I clean something up here before I start welding. So I'm back. I had to clean this up. Get the paint off here. On this side and on the other side. Because it's gonna be harder to clean it after I welded this thing in. So I'm just gonna spot weld it right now. And I do the full weld after I get it back on the rotisserie, so I can turn it and get to it easily. You see now, I'm putting a lot of power on it now, on the welder, so we'll see if it burns a hole in the thin sheet metal, because I want it to kind of flow out from this 3.5, almost 4mm angle iron, to kind of get the puddle to flow out in the thin sheet metal. So I have lots of juice on the welder now. Let's see what happens. Or if I burn a hole in the thin stuff. Like so, huh? That should be enough, I think. Oh, this is gonna be... Ooh, this is gonna be strong. Let's put it all together and see what it looks like. The almost finished result. Let's get the nuts of this one. So this is not the nuts that's supposed to be here. The nuts, the factory nuts, they're self-locking, and I'm not putting those on here because I want to be able to run it to the bottom by hand. There. What do you think? Well, it's not bad, is it? I like it. You get that all welded up and painted. And like I said, this is only to keep the engine from flexing sideways from the torque. So I'm thinking about reinforce this one a little bit, but I can do that later before I paint it. I like it. So that's gonna be it for this video. thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe. I have a surprise for you. I'm gonna show you when it's out there. It's a really big deal for me. I'm so happy that they do that for me, but that's later. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.